Welcome! Let's pack for Japan. We're going for 2 weeks during June. Yes, that's right. It's the rainy season. It's going to be sticky, hot, humid, rainy, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to be ready because we're packing for 2 whole weeks, getting ready with our day bag, our carry-on bag, and our checked-in luggage. And when you follow along with this video, you'll know exactly what to do to have a successful trip of a lifetime. So this is what I'm wearing on the plane. It's going to be good because it's layered, it's comfortable, and it's light. I have one of my favorite t-shirts. It's very comfortable, it's new, I think it's stylish, okay? Yeah, it's a shirt I got from a 5K. But I don't mind wearing it around Japan, so that's important too. I got a zip-up shirt, and I like this because it's super comfortable, and I can use it as a pillow if I'm trying to sleep. I have my noise canceling Bluetooth headphones, which are great for podcasts, music, and hopefully to drown out some of the plane noise while I'm trying to sleep. I have a Timex Ironman watch. It's my running watch. I don't own a smartwatch, but I think this will still be good for keeping track of time and yeah, just making sure I get to all my events and gates and everything on time. Then I'm wearing pants. These are like, I think they're called Chinko pants, but they're better than jeans because they're a little more lightweight, um, and I think they're going to be a little more comfortable to wear. I do have more athletic type socks. They're not the usual cotton socks that I have. These are specifically designed to wick moisture and stuff, which is going to be very useful for walking around Japan. And I'm also going to wear my running shoes. I wear New Balance 860s, which are extremely good for long distances, for walking long places. They are not good for moisture. So when I'm walking around town, I have another pair of shoes, which I'll show you as we go through the rest of our packing. Last thing, I am not wearing glass. I mean, I am wearing glasses when I travel. I'm not going to wear the contacts because it's much easier to sleep and it's much easier just you don't want to have to mess with contacts drying out on the plane and everything. So that's my fit for the plane, and next I'm going to show you what's in my bags. First, let's pack the day bag. Now, this I got for about $9 at a store near me. It's quite small, but it's great because it has a lot of pockets and pockets within pockets. It has a pouch on the side for water bottles. You're going to be buying a lot of bottles in Japan at vending machines. And on the back, it converts from a messenger bag like it is now, that I can strap around my front for extra protection, into, by unzipping this and hooking it, a backpack so I can use it for whatever purpose I need. Inside of it, we're going to have our wallet optimized for travel by getting rid of things like the Costco membership cards or gas membership cards and just putting the credit cards with no foreign transaction fees and the ones you use to book your room and any, like, a little bit of cash, maybe $40 US just in case. And I'm going to carry around 10,000 yen with me for anything that might be cash only. Next, we have our passport. You have to carry this around by law when you're in Japan. You cannot just leave it in your room. And it's good for tax-free shopping to make sure you get the taxes off, anything 5,000 yen or more. This is my glasses case. I'm going to carry around my glasses and my contact case just in case my contacts get messed up or dust in my eye. I can change it out if I need. Carry around band-aids for first aid. Pro tip, get real band-aids. Do not carry around these cheap Top Care ones. They're pretty bad. But I got Neosporin, which is for burn relief, for if I get any scrapes, especially in the countryside, or if I'm hiking and I don't have a bathroom around me or medical care. That might be good for disinfection. Speaking of, in the countryside, we might not have hand washing, so got my Purell in case there's no soap or anything either. Ginger chews are the MVP of travel. So on the flight I took recently, I used these and it erased my motion sickness. Just one of these was powerful enough to do that. So these Prince of Peace ginger chews are going to be very good for upset stomach and motion sickness. Next, for the rainy season, we got these plastic baggies. If it starts torrentially raining and everything gets soaked, you can put your cell phone in here, you can put your portable charger, anything else. It'll be safe from the rain in there. Speaking of keeping dry, hands towel for drying off our hands, but we can also use it if we need to when it's raining to dry something off. Lastly, we have this portable charger from Basius. Make sure you buy it new. When I bought it used, they actually sent me the wrong product. But anyway, this one's good because it has a USB-C attached to it. I do not have to carry around another cable. And it charges my phone about 1.5 times. So all of these things, plus any other small knickknacks I buy, are going into this day bag. And the day bag is going in my carry-on bag, which we're going to pack next. So my carry-on bag is just a backpack. You already know what a backpack is. So let's look at what's going in it. Lots of ginger chews. Can you tell I like ginger chews? Notepad and pen. I'm going to have a couple pens, just in case I need to write things down. I'm going to bring my entire lunch with me. I want to make sure I eat it before I get on the flight to Japan. However, I don't want to spend extra money in the Chicago airport. Who wants to do that? I'm bringing this eye mask even though I've been wearing it a few nights and it's not comfortable. So after the trip, I'll have a video about my experience and let you know if I actually ever use this. It just gets too hot and I get uncomfortable. Okay, let's keep ourselves occupied on the trip. I got this book and I haven't started it yet. It's about 300 pages and I think it's going to be easy reading. So I wanted something easy to read and occupying and relevant. This case is for my wireless headphones, which will be essential for reasons I listed earlier. I'm bringing one rolled up set of clothes, especially underwear and socks. Just, 20 hours traveling. Who knows if there's a delay? You want to make sure you have at least one set of clothes. Earplugs might be useful for the plane, maybe for the hotel or for loud concerts or something. We'll see. I'm going to bring this folder. Inside of it are my hotel confirmations, my confirmation of travel insurance, and some worksheets that have phrases in Japanese that I want to study and make sure I understand before I get there. Next we have this very easy word search book. I think it will keep me occupied. It's not going to tax my brain too much like trying to learn Japanese will. Refills on the baggies that I explained earlier. I'm bringing 2 chargers. That way I can charge my my portable power bank and my phone at the same time. Also if one of them breaks. And then I have my various toiletries. I don't think I'll need antacids. I try not to take medications when possible for personal reasons, but I compromise by getting this. It's only 12 tablets, does not take up much space. Vitamin D, because I need it. Make sure when you bring medications and stuff, they're in the original packaging so they're not questioning, because some medications are illegal in Japan. I got my hair gel. Sorry, it's still wet. I just brought these out from the bathroom. I'm going to bring extra contacts just in case something happens. Retainer. This is do not put this in your checked luggage if something gets lost. I need my retainer, okay? Same thing with people say, oh, you can buy your shaving products and stuff in Japan. But I have sensitive skin. I'm a sensitive boy. So that's why I need to bring this. Same with toothpaste. I'll take a flyer on the hotel toothbrushes, but I know I don't want to keep my teeth good. I have sensitive teeth. If I have any kind of whitening agents, it fucks me up. So yeah, that's why that's here. This is because I need that. This is for plain, I don't want dry lips. I definitely need, I'm going to bring 2 of these, liquid for the eye contacts. Would have been better over there, wouldn't they? Okay, small deodorant. I got this specifically because it's non-irritating and it's a light scent. You do not want to have a heavy scent in Japan. They don't use heavy scents in real life, in everyday life. So you want to have something non-offensive, both for Japan and for the plane. Now this is for trimming my beard, and I really was can I go 2 weeks without trimming it? But it's small enough that, you know what, I'm just going to bring it. I'd rather look as well as I can for pictures than not have it. And lastly, we have our checked bag. This is about 30 to 31 inches tall. And it looks kind of weird right now, but I'll explain. So first we have this newspaper material. This is going to be for 2 reasons. One is I can crumple it up and use it as packaging material for fragile items that I bring back. So think like bowls or sake sets or fragile figurines. I can crumple these up and then use that as cushioning for when I come back. I can also crumple up this newspaper and put it into my wet shoes, and that will dry the shoes out faster overnight. Next, we have these plastic baggies. I can use that to carry around trash during the day or to keep things dry. Next, we have about 3 additional sets of clothing, including 1 extra pair of socks and underwear. And then lastly, we have this gym bag. This is going to be my carry-on bag on the way back. My backpack will become my personal item. So in this cavity is usually where dirty gym clothes go, but this is where I'm going to have my second pair of shoes that'll make it easier to walk around. These are waterproof hiking shoes from Keen. I got them for about $100. It was a pretty good sale. And once I come back, because this is mostly empty, I can put all my clothes in here. And then this entire suitcase will be for souvenirs that I'm bringing back. Because I'm planning to win a lot at crane machines, buying anime figurines, and maybe some snacks and other things that'll be interesting from Japan. Hope you enjoyed this packing video. A few things I'm not bringing on purpose are an umbrella, water bottle, stuff like that. I'm either planning to buy it in Japan, or in the case of the water bottle, I don't think I'm gonna need it. But if you have extra questions like why I did or didn't bring anything, leave them in the comments. I'll get to as many as I can. I'm gonna make a follow-up video explaining what worked and what didn't. So I hope you have a good time in Japan if you're going, and I'll talk to you later. Jane. Alright, I'm back from Japan. Can't you tell? I look just as jet lagged and tired as I feel. And I've got new figures. Woohoo, look, it's special week and Joestar. It's Joseph, yes. I'm pretty sure it's Joseph. Okay, so let's talk about what worked and what didn't work in my packing video. The thought that I would use my outerwear as a pillow was a lie. I basically didn't sleep at all on the way there. Also, United at least for the flight gave you a blanket and a pillow thing, so you don't, it's good to have outerwear in case it gets cold, but I was more hot than cold on the flight anyway. Bringing a little notepad like this was not that useful at all because I just typed everything in my phone. If I wanted to talk to someone, I just typed directly into Google Translate. Trying to bring an eye mask, I didn't end up bringing it because I had practiced using it and it was too uncomfortable for me. So it's good to try things out before you bring it. You're not just going to magically want to wear an eye mask when you're in Tokyo. You're going to want to try these things out. I brought a ton of papers and plastic bags, as you saw. I only used a little bit of the paper. It was good for packing a few things to make sure they didn't break, but almost everything I bought came in its own box and packaging, so you don't really need it to protect your valuables. And rainy season wasn't that rainy. It only rained 3 or 4 days out of the 14-day trip. And one of those was only because there happened to be a typhoon randomly. So you're not going to be like drying out your shoes constantly, especially if you have 2 pairs. You don't really need the paper to soak up any moisture or anything like that. But I also brought more clothes than I thought. I brought 4 sets of clothes and an extra pair of underwear and socks. And I kind of wish I'd brought 2 extra underwear and sock pairs because, especially with the rainy season, with walking around like crazy, you're going to want extras of those things. So it's better to bring more clothes than not, especially when you have as much room as I had. It all depends on your situation. Using laundry in Japan was super easy, and I highly recommend it, especially you don't have to rely on the laundry in your hotel room. The best laundry that I found was out and about. There's these 24-hour laundry places that will do larger loads of clothes. The detergent is automatic. It does washing and drying in the same cycle. Whereas the one time I used the hotel's washer and dryer, it took much longer to dry. So keep that in mind. And I said I was going to carry around 10,000 yen with me. I ended up needing 60,000 yen for my trip. That's 14 days as a solo male traveler. I used a lot more cash than I thought, so when you get to Japan, you might want to take out at at least take out 20,000. If you're planning to go off the beaten path a bit more, take out 50k. If I had done that at the start, I would have saved a little money on ATM fees, but really it's not a huge deal. So some things I was very glad I brought are the Tums and ginger chews because I did have upset stomach from drinking, from eating, just you never know what's going to get you sick. Um, so the fact that I brought stomach relievers was a huge bonus. Bringing first aid was essential. Purell, I used it a lot. I might have even wanted to bring two of those little things because I would say 50% of the bathrooms I went to didn't have soap, or maybe you're not near a bathroom at the time, you want to purify your hands, so you're going to need that. And I burned my finger on a tempura, so you just never know when you're going to need burn relief. You never know when you're going to need a band aid. So it was really good to have some of those first aid things with me everywhere I went. The book was a really good idea. Having a book that's easy to read is very narrative, it's kind of funny. Um, it's like a medium length. It was a good idea to bring the book, even though it added weight to my backpack. Having a book was a solid choice. And I didn't end up using my carry on the way back. I just kind of kept everything in the one checked bag and then had my personal item backpack. For some reason, my app was saying that you can only bring a personal item in a checked bag. You couldn't bring a carry-on bag, which seemed wrong. So I never ended up asking the gate crew about that, but I think it's good to have the flexibility of like you can bring it or you could just buy a carry-on bag in Japan. So like I had said earlier, if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I've been to Japan for 2 weeks. I know how this goes. And even if I don't know the answers, I can point you in the right direction. So yeah, if you have questions, let me know. But otherwise, this was the packing video. This is how you pack for Japan as a solo male traveler during rainy season, during the hot summer, even though it's actually hotter in Rochester than it was in freaking Japan. So yeah, I loved my time. I'm going to make tons more videos about how it went. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.